What's up, everybody? It's Azel2012 back again with you. I know it's been about a week since I've done a video. I decided to just let them sit for a little bit, see what kind of views I would get on a video just by leaving it be, maybe popping a link or two up on it from Twitter, Facebook, or whatever. Last video got pretty good feedback from a lot of people that watched it. I didn't get a lot of people watching it that weren't friends of mine, although like right now as I record this it has about 70 plus views on it, which I think for only doing this for a couple weeks I'm doing pretty well. I'm happy with everything and the way it's going so far. So I'm playing a Domination here, game on Grind, and I jumped into this game because I saw that my manager from work was online, and I found out recently that he likes Call of Duty Black Ops. And if you met this guy, if you saw him, you would never expect him to be the kind of person that plays Call of Duty Black Ops. And I decided to jump in because I wanted to be on the other team. I wanted to kill the shit out of him. I wanted to kick his ass. And then I wanted to put it up on YouTube, and I wanted to be able to send him the link and say, I got to live everyone's dream and kill my boss. I thought that would be hilarious. So hopefully I have that coming up eventually. Hopefully I'll be able to jump into a game with him and I'll be on the other team. But so far I've done this 4 or 5 times and I haven't been able to do it. But it's cool. I end up going pretty well. I believe I end up like 38-14 or 38-16 in this game. Played the objective. Plus, he was a way lower level than me, like level 6, level 7, solid, no prestige or anything. So he brought in a lot of lower level guys, which, for making a video, that's good shit. YouTube lobby. So I decided I wanted to kind of give you guys an update on what I plan on doing with this. I have a pretty dark, twisted sense of humor, and I hope some of that comes out in some of my videos. I like to think I'm a funny person, and that people enjoy some of the jokes that I go through, and that I, put up here. My last video was a pretty serious video. I started talking about marriage equality. I am really passionate about people's rights. I'm very passionate about things like marriage, especially for people that are just a little different than the folks that everybody else, different than everyone else. Who cares if people are different, right? So some of the videos I put up may end up being fairly serious, but I hope just to have fun with them. And I don't want to use my YouTube gaming channel as a way to, point out political views or personal views or religious views or anything like that, though there will be times when that comes out. If you're not a fan of that, sorry about your fucking luck, all right? Go watch somebody else if that's not what you're into. So, I hope to have fun with this mainly, but, hey, not being a dick or anything. It's just if this isn't for you, it isn't for you. If you enjoy my videos, if you like my point of view, that's cool. Feel free to give me feedback on it, all right? I don't care. That's what I'm here to do. I started doing these videos because I thought it would be a lot of fun. I've been thinking about doing this for a very long time, and so far I'm pretty happy with how everything's turned out. I'm not rolling in YouTube money. I don't make money doing this. Maybe one day I might. Everybody thinks about it to a degree when they start doing these YouTube videos, Call of Duty commentaries. I know that crosses everyone's mind. And maybe I can do this. Maybe I can make money playing video games, because who would not want to do that for a living? You make money playing video games. It's fun. Take one of your favorite hobbies and turn it into something that you'd really like to do for a career, I'm not saying this is going to be a career, but heck, it's fun, I've enjoyed doing this so far. If it never turns into anything more than me, putting some videos up online, that's fine with me. I don't care. It's fun. I enjoy it. It's a new thing. It's a new way for me to enjoy video games, because after a while, yes, these things do get boring. Speaking of that, probably here soon, within the next week or so, I plan on putting up some Halo 4 gameplay. If that hasn't gotten boring to everyone, I guess I'll find out when I put a video up. And maybe some gameplay for a different game later on. And I've been thinking about trying to find some new games to put up, maybe a couple of Xbox Live Arcade games or something. I know they've been running some sales and things like that on a few things. But what I want to cover in this video, it's about 11 minutes. Sorry, it's a little bit of a longer video, but it's the first one I've done in a while, so give you guys kind of an update. I've been pretty busy, haven't been able to focus much attention on this, and didn't really, put any time into it. So I want to talk a little bit about movies. If you know me personally, you know that I love movies. I watch movies all the time. I record a podcast with a couple of my friends on pretty much a weekly basis where we will watch the most terrible fucking movies that we possibly can find, and we will talk serious shit about them. It's pretty funny. You can find it on Facebook, actually. It's called Motion Picture Meltdown. You can also find it on iTunes. I put a link to the website we posted on in the description for my videos as well. It's a lot of fun. Last night, we posted, or we recorded a podcast on the original Evil Dead and Army of Darkness. And if you're a fan of those movies, you'll also know that the remake for The Evil Dead just came out yesterday in theaters on April 5th. I saw it the other night, and I enjoyed it. It was a fun movie. It was a horror movie. It was a run-of-the-mill horror movie. Nothing new, nothing I haven't seen before, but it was fun. And I'm ashamed to say that. Like, I feel dirty. I feel like I'm cheating on the original Evil Dead by liking this remake. Like, it just feels so awful. I'm just like, oh, God. I'm so sorry, Sam Raimi. I cheated on you with this other movie. But Sam Raimi, the original director, and Bruce Campbell, the original star, both okayed this movie. They're both producers. So I thought, well, maybe it's going to be good. It also got really good reviews, so I enjoyed it. But now I'm going to go into what I really want to talk about with Hollywood remakes. While sitting in the movie theater, watching the previews, the coming attractions, I went with some friends and my girlfriend, and a friend of mine sitting next to me goes, how many previews did we just watch? And we had seen like 6 movie previews before the movie started, like 20 minutes of movie previews. It was just ridiculous, right? Like 20, 30 minutes of movie previews before the movie. And I love trailers because it gives me something to look forward to if something's coming out that I might want to see. Out of those 6 movie trailers that we watched, 2 of them were original movies. What I mean is they weren't sequels or remakes. 2 of those movies. And even those 2 movies weren't even all that original. One was for this movie called This Is the End, which is starring a lot of the comedy actors that are around today. James Franco, Jonah Hill, the guy from Eastbound and Down, a few other people. It looks hilarious. But they all play themselves in this movie. I mean, I think that's kind of original, but stuff like that's been done before in a way. But I'm looking forward to it. It looks funny. So I'm excited about that. The other movie was this, it looked like a horror movie, and it was called You're Next. And it's a bunch of people in a house that are getting killed by people in wolf masks. And I was like, oh yeah, that's another original movie. Well, then my girlfriend pointed out to me later, she goes, no, it's not. That's just the fucking strangers with different masks. So I started thinking, I was like, oh, she's right. So what I want to talk about with Hollywood remakes is that it is more than apparent, as it is with almost everything else in the world today, that most people in the community, in the movie community, in Hollywood, aren't making movies because they love movies. They're not making movies because they want to make art. They're not making movies because they want to make something that would be entertaining. They're making movies because they want to make money, which means that every time that there's a new thing coming out, a new trend to follow, everybody starts doing it, right? Comic book movies, and I'm excited that comic books are being turned into movies. I've loved all the Marvel movies, all the Batman movies that Nolan did. I've enjoyed those, but everybody's trying to put out comic book movies, and then everybody's putting out 100 sequels to these movies, and then they're making prequels to movies, and now Disney owns Star Wars, and they're going to make Star Wars movies. Nobody has really sat down and made an original movie in a long time. And that's kind of saddening if you think about it. I mean, one of my favorite things to do is to watch movies. And now, about the only time I get to see movies that aren't just some sort of prequel or fucking remake or reboot, since they don't want to be told that it's, oh, this is a remake. Fuck you, it's a fucking remake, right? They've remade every single horror movie that I've loved, right? Ever since I was a kid, I've loved horror movies. Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween. And they've remade all of them. Some of them I've enjoyed. Some of them I have hated. I have hated with a passion. But I just want Hollywood to, and Michael Bay more than anything. Stop, Michael Bay. Michael Bay, please listen to me. I know you may not watch this video. I know you don't know who I am. But I'm the guy whose childhood you've been molesting for about the past 15 fucking years. You've been taking my favorite cartoons and making them into car commercials. I'm talking about Transformers. You've been taking my favorite horror movies and turning them into half porn flicks just to get people to come see them. I'm talking Friday the 13th. Right? You've taken Nightmare on Elm Street. You've taken Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre was so fucking terrible that they didn't even renew the rights for it. They sold the rights off to another film company that remade it again recently. So, I mean, that movie's been remade 3 times now, and twice within 10 years. So, I mean, come on, people, just fucking think of an idea, write it down, make it into a script, get some good actors, get some decent special effects, and make a goddamn movie that people want to fucking watch. Alright, this shit's getting old. I'm fucking tired of going to movies and just seeing nothing but remakes. I'm forking over $10-11 a ticket, plus whatever ridiculous amount of money and internal fucking organs that it costs to get popcorn, and it's driving me insane. So, God, it just pisses me off. Like, I can't even think about what to say about it. It makes me so mad. Alright, but if you hate Hollywood remakes, don't go see them. Alright? And I've been trying my best to not go see them, and especially not to pay for them. I just don't want to. It's terrible. I hate them. They're driving me nuts. They're molesting my childhood. I need therapy because of it. So, you know, thank you guys for watching. My final score here was like 38-14 or 38-16. I can't see the screen. It's kind of small. But I played with my boss here. We kicked some ass. Well, I kicked some ass. He went like 7-30. But hey, he jumped on the flags. He did his job. I appreciate you all watching. Evil Dead was actually a fun movie. Go check it out. I'm sorry. I'm dirty. So you guys have a good evening.